Hello and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to do Cinderella makeup. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell.
Let's get started. So I already did my skincare, I have my foundation on, I have a concealer on my eyelids, and I did my brows. So for the eyes, we're going to start with a brown shade in the crease. I'm using this shade, I don't know how well you can see that. Just a subtle neutral brown to accentuate the crease. I'm taking it on a flat, fluffy shader brush, and I'm going to tip it so that the edge of the brush goes right into my crease, like so. Lay the color in, don't worry too much about blending it out just yet. Okay. Now I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush and pick up you can hardly see it on my finger, but a kind of light peachy color. Brown and orange and blue are all very like complementary colors. So I'm going to pick up just a little of that and use that shade to blend out the brown. It's going to bring a little warmth to the eye too, so it's not all so cool toned and washing you out. And just give it a good blend. Now that that is all blended out, we are going to take a flat packing brush and get all the purple out of it from what I was doing yesterday. And this time I'm going to take a slightly bone-colored shimmer, and we're going to layer that right under the brow and give us something more to diffuse everything into. So, flat shader brush, packing the shimmer on, going right under that brow bone. Go back in with your blending brush and just diffuse that line. That's going to lift the brows and make them look a little higher than they are. Now you're going to take the same shimmer and pack it into the corner of your eyes, like so. And then take the flat edge and get it right under that line. Don't bring it down too much, just right along that water line. You can kind of gently blend it into the eye. That's going to open up the eyes and make them seem bigger and a little bit wider apart than they actually are. Next, we're going to go in with a pale blue color. You can use a shimmer or a matte. I just have a matte right now, but we'll pack the shimmer over it just for a little more dimension. We're going to take the same flat shader brush and start in the center of the eye and work on blending it all around. Now I recommend not going too heavy with the blue, just because blue is a hard color to make look elegant. And we're going to soften this up too. So I'm using kind of a pat and swipe method. So I pat it all over and then start swiping to blend it out a little. That is pretty bright. My lights might be dimming it out a little bit, but it's a little too bright to look elegant. So what we're going to do is take another flat shader brush that doesn't have the blue on it, and I'm going to pick up just a little bit of this slightly peachy shimmer and just pack that over the lid. So the shimmer is going to reflect the light and make it not as harsh of a blue on the eye. And there's just a very subtle peachiness to it that will complement the peach that we put in our crease. So you can kind of see the difference. This one's slightly more diffuse, this one's very strong. You can also use the same highlight color we used earlier if you don't have a slightly peachy shimmer. Now we're going to take a little pencil tipped brush like this, it's slightly fluffy, and go back into the brown shade that we got for the crease. Drag that from the outer corner just along the lash line, slightly into that shimmer that we first put in the corner. going to balance out the eyes, especially once we get the liner and everything on. And I'm taking a fluffy angled brush and going once again into that peach and just going right, slightly overlapping with the brown. And with that, I'm going to go in one more time with the same fluffy angled brush and go into the crease and just darken it a little more, this outer corner. And make sure to keep the eyeshadow going up, don't bring it down, otherwise it's going to bring your eyes down like that. You want to think about connecting an invisible line between the end of your brow and the corner of your eye. Don't actually, but think of it as drawing along an imaginary line like that. Okay, there we go, and you can see it starts to give us a little bit of that like round lashes that frame the eye effect. So we'll put the shadows away. I'm going to brush off any possible fallout with my foundation brush. Alright, before we finish the eyes, we're going to move on to the face. And I'm taking a peachy pink to match the peachy shade we got in the crease. Again, the slightly orange hue will complement the blue. Focus it on the center of the cheeks and then blend up and out. You want to go a little heavier with the blush, just to balance out the entire look, basically. Make sure you get definition on the face. Generally speaking, if you feel like you have too much blush on, you should probably put a little more on. Like so. And it gives just a rosy, youthful glow. I'm going to wipe off my same blush contour brush. And I'm going to go into a contour bronzer. This one's matte, don't do shimmer. And just sculpt out the cheeks just a little. You want to go an invisible line from the top of the ear down to the mouth, but don't bring it much further than the outside corner of the cheek, so just this area here. And then, if you have a soft jawline or you want more dimension, which always looks good in photos and videos, go right along the bottom edge of the jawline and then up underneath the ear, underneath the chin. Like so. You can see that already defines the jawline more. And then the trick, go back in with your foundation brush. You don't have to have anything on it. And just blend it out. Whatever's left on the brush will help it cement in and look a little more natural. Try not to use a very orange-based bronzer or contour because that will defeat the purpose of trying to create shadows. Shadows are more gray-blue based, so you'll want something kind of this shade. This one's a bit darker than my skin. Or you can even get a eyeshadow. I use this one. You can see this one's very cool toned. This I usually use when I want like a harsher sculpt for like an older character or a very like sexy character. So, two options. Alright, and then we're gonna pop just a little highlighter on. I just keep wiping off the same brush. Having all those different colors slightly there helps kind of blend it all too. So then I'm going to take a peachy pink highlighter, and I get it just on the edge of the brush there, and then just pat it along the cheekbones. Like so. You don't want to go too heavy, otherwise that's going to be like the only thing people see in photos. And right on the tip of the nose, and along the bridge of the nose. And again, I'm just using the edge of the brush. Like so. You can also do the cupid's bow a little. Like that. And then we also want to contour the nose because the nose is one of the first things to disappear when you get a flash on the face. We're going to go back into that bronzer contour with a fluffy, kind of flat brush. and just go right along the nose, right along the edge like that. See, it's already helping define the nose. You go underneath to get that good separation between the nose and the upper lip. And then I also like to go right across there to give just a little bit of that like pixie nose. Make sure to blend it up into the brow too, like so. I'll go in with a little bit of that gray based contour too, to just cement it. Like so. Back to the eyes. The last thing we need to do is mascara, liner, and lashes. So I have started using the magnetic lashes. I'm not going to recommend any brands just because I've only tried one, but I like it, but it's a little expensive. I don't think you need to pay a lot for these lashes. They're nothing spectacular, but they are easier to get on. So I'm going to take my magnetic liner, and I'm going to focus it mostly along the lash line and just do a tiny, tiny wing. And then just a little bit of a line into the corner of the eye, so. And you don't want to get too thick with it, just a line. And then to blend it out so I don't have a harsh stop right there, I let it go really thin into the corner of the eye. Don't let it get thick, otherwise it's going to close up the eye, make it look smaller. And then just a tiny wing. Again, you're wanting to connect from the corner of the eye up to the brow, so follow that imaginary line. Just like that. Just so it doesn't like have a harsh stop line. So when you're doing your mascara, you want to remember to brush in 3 directions. So the inside going that way, the center going straight up, the outer lashes going out, like so. Like that. I don't do any lash, I don't do any mascara on the bottom lash line because my lashes are long and they like touch my cheek. And then I get raccoon eyes. And I don't really like dealing with, what's it called? I don't really like dealing with waterproof mascara because it's hard to get off. And this liner is actually a little hard to get off. It's kind of like rubbery. So I don't really do that, but I will take just a little bit of a black pencil and just smudge it along my lash line, like so. Just that outer corner, and you can see the difference. It just kind of darkens it just a smidge. And you don't want to put too much mascara on the bottom lashes anyways, otherwise they'll get like spidery, and I don't think it's very flattering. So before I go any further, I like to take this like Trader Joe's rose water, whatever. Just give it a quick spray and it kind of just like melds everything together. Alright, so let's do our lashes. Looks pretty good. You can see what a difference. It just kind of like brings everything up. It makes it look super cute. Better, good enough. And then last but not least, because this one is a little dried out and it's a little flat, I want a little more dimension, I take a NYX Soft Matte Metallic Lip Cream in the color Canes, and just pop that on. that rehydrates the liquid lipstick just a little and adds just a little dimension so it's not so flat. There we go. And then if you are like me and you have a nose ring, you can get these cute little, probably not even see it, these teeny tiny little clear nose studs, and as soon as you put makeup over them, your nose ring hole completely disappears. So it's a great way to be able to keep your piercing and not give away the magic. And then last, make sure to always blend down your neck with your foundation so that it's seamless. If you need to put a little on your chest, like I'm a very red bean on my chest, go ahead and put makeup down there too. It's not weird, it's totally normal. So, there we go.